Hey guys, Jamboo here and welcome to the latest custom tactics update video. Obviously we've had a new patch out. A lot of you guys have been asking me things in the comments like does this change this and all sorts of different stuff. So I'm going to be going over it in this video and showing you guys my 4-2-3-1 and 4-4-2 custom tactics. These are the tactics that have just qualified me to the first pro event on FIFA 23. You can see Division Rivals has reset now, but I was at a very high elo in the Elite Division, and there's just not a world in which these tactics aren't good if they're working at a pro level. So hopefully you guys have some faith in me there. So I'm going to show you guys what I use, but first of all, this is the team. So we have Donnarumma. You can see the back line, these two in centre mid. I play Messi at out on the left for the Trivela shots, and then Neymar on the right, and then we have the two strikers. So pretty self-explanatory. We'll start off with the 4-2-3-1. This is the one I don't use as much, but it's more for seeing out games. So I don't use press after possession loss on this setup. As I say, it's for seeing out games, so I don't want any chance of being caught out by my players, pressing too heavily, for example. We then have 55 width, 60 on the deck, direct passing. I still get a lot of questions as to why I use direct passing. For those of you who don't know, it pushes your opponent's back line, like deep into their box, to the point where it just makes it super hard for them to defend. There's really not much that they can do about it, so it's very, very OP, and I recommend having direct passing. We have 70 on the width, 7 players in the box, and then 3 on the corners. Guys, also, if these videos do help you, please do leave a like. If you're watching this and it's on less than 200, please hit that like button. And do not forget to subscribe. I will help you improve at FIFA, I promise. So, moving on. That is how I line it up. So, basically what you want in this formation is you want a 5-star player in an ideal world at cam. Just purely so you're unpredictable going through the centre. And then the ball can land on either foot and you're never going to have to worry about, oh no, I'm about to shoot on his weaker foot. So, the Trivela shots after the patch still super, super overpowered. That's why I have Messi on the left for those outside of the foot, Ginola on the right. You want someone quick up front, so Mbappe or like a lengthy player, like Haaland, for example. And then you can see we've got the two CDMs there. I should really switch these round so that Paqueta has the outside of the foot and so does Vieira, but it's not the biggest deal for a CDM. And in terms of the instructions, I have stay forward on the striker, stay forward on the cam, and then just get into the box for cross on the outside cams. Cut passing lanes on both of the CDMs, and then I have stay back while attacking. You want that on just one of them, and you want it on your more defensive guys. So obviously Vieira for me. A lot of you guys may have players like Casemiro, for example, who you'd have on stay back, and then like Kevin De Bruyne could be your balanced one. So that works really well. We then have stay back while attacking on both the fullbacks, and I like to use step up as well. Basically what this does, I use it on every defender. Like if they pass the ball into their striker, your back line will just move up slightly. It's almost like a mini offside trap. And it just puts pressure on the guy that's receiving the ball. And I find that works very well. So that is my 4-2-3-1. It's what I use to see out games. Now we'll have a look at the 4-4-2. This is what I start and play my games with from minute 1. So press after possession loss. People are obviously going to be asking, how the patch has affected it. Honestly, not really. Like the stamina bar does drain more, but it doesn't actually seem to affect how your players are playing on the pitch. Like, I'm using press after possession loss. It is still super, super OP. So that is what I'm rolling with still. 65 width, 72 depth. The reason you want that is for the auto offside traps. I'm not sure whether it's like 70 or actually 72, but I know for a fact that 72 definitely triggers auto offside traps. They're super, super OP. So I recommend having those on. Direct passing again, 70 on the width. Obviously, the 4-4-2, it's quite a naturally wide formation anyway. So I find that this works super well. It's not like too much on the width, but not too narrow either. You just get a nice balance. 6 players in the box. The reason I have that as opposed to the 7 that I have on my other setup is, I don't know what it is, but in this formation, if you knock that up to 7, you just have everyone flying forward and you just don't have a midfield at all. So you don't want that. This is how I line it up in game. As you can see, we have Messi on the left for the Trivela shots, Neymar on the right. It's not quite the same as having like a Lam and a Ram, as opposed to here we have a left mid and a right mid. They're a little bit like further away. You don't get as many opportunities to hit the Trivela shots, but they're definitely, you know, still something that you can use. In terms of the setup for this formation, you know, Vieira, a player like him, he's obviously like incredible, but as a flat centre mid, not like the sort of profile you'd normally go for. You want players like Paqueta who can do both. You can get away with it, obviously, with a super player like Vieira. But you just basically want players on either side that can hit Trivela shots. You want box-to-box players in the middle. And then up front, you want skill moves and pace. So we have that in abundance. Let's have a little look at the instructions. So what I have here is I have getting behind on both of the strikers. I have stay back while attacking on one of the centre mids again, you know, similar to what you saw in the other setup. We have come back on defence, stay wide, and get in behind, and get into the box for cross. So those 4 instructions on the left and right mid. What you find with this is they come back to help the defence, so you're never, you know, short for numbers in defence, but then when you're attacking, they're going to be just making really good runs, you know, getting involved. They're just up and down the line constantly, and it doesn't really affect the stamina at all, so it's just worth playing like that. We then have stay back while attacking, overlap, and step up on both the fullbacks, and then step up once again on all of the defenders. So that is how I line up. That is what I use the most, this 4-4-2. And obviously the question most of you guys will want to know is about the press after possession loss. And like I touched on, you just don't get punished anywhere near enough for it still. You may notice that the stamina bar goes down more. But like I say, like just because the bar's going down, it doesn't mean it's actually showing in game. Like your players still seem to be fine. The thing with this game is even when your players are absolutely knackered, like 0 stamina, they can still catch and, you know, get away from players. It's really weird how it works. But to summarise it, the tactics are basically the exact same as I'm using. There's nothing, you know, drastic you need to change at all. Press after possession loss, still in absolute full effect. That is what I use the most. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to ask. I'll get back to every one of you in the comment section. I appreciate all you guys, of course. And I'll catch you in the next video. Let me know, you know, any thoughts. What formation are you currently using? But thanks for watching, and peace.